you cook jollof rice, you know give me day. You cook big fufu again, you know give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me day. You cook big fufu again, you know give you more the Lord.
Hello, Famble Bemona. Good morning and welcome to the program Salon Talk with the Camtorina on TDN Africa Media. Don't forget, say we will bring the program Cantona. Me your name na Amadou Esba.
And me your name na Aminata. Them now we YouTube and Facebook page at TDN Africa Media. Today inside the program we go talk. Firstly, we go one for talk political parties them for help the ECSL for educate them supporters them on the PR system. And same way so, we go also get for talk to Mr. Christopher A.A. Jones, when are the Assistant Director, Media and Communication, ECSL, for talk to we, but the nomination of candidates of the local council, parliamentary and presidential elections. And we go get for talk about the NGC and SLPP, where they don't sign an alliance, where they call them the Progressive Alliance. Yesterday, na the Bintumani Hotel for the June 24 election. And concerning that, we go talk to Mr. Imran Silla, where be once a spokesman for the NGC party, and also a member of the strategic where we come back.
Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me day. Cook again, you know give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me day. You cook big fufu again, you know give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me day. You cook big fufu again, you know give you more the Lord.
It will pull the other match.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media and the program na Salon Talk. Remember, say you go be part of the program by way where you go send your text message to the number where they show on the screen, or you drop your comments na the comment section. And today na the program, like we been done highlight earlier on, we get for talk about the alliance between the Sierra Leone People's Party and that of the National Grand Coalition, where both parties and then leader them been finally signed the documents we get for do with this alliance here so na the Bintumani Conference Center yesterday. We also get to talk to the Electoral Commission department, especially the communications department, for talk to Salone people them, but the nomination where they go on right now, especially where the ECSL don't finally pull the nomination calendar na do. And we will get for talk to Mr. Christopher A. Jones for explain to fumble them, fine one, for make them get understanding as to the electoral calendar where the Electoral Commission don't pull we get for do with nomination of local council, parliamentary and of course presidential candidates them for the 2023 general election.
Yeah.
So fumble them. Of course, ECSL pulled this them press release on the 20th. We have been Thursday, yes,
Yeah.
on Thursday night and pull the press release, and of course we all know say Friday na been holiday.
Yeah.
So we not be able to give a report on that day. So we want for Mr. Jones come help we for talk to fumble them, for let fumble them understand fine one from the within the ECSL actually states at the press release. So we did go for a short break so that we're able to connect Mr. Jones for can explain to fumble them as to the press release with the ECSL been pulled concerning the nomination of candidates.
Oh, you cook jollof rice, you not give me day. You cook big cuckoo again, you not give you for the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you not give me day. You cook big cuckoo again, you not give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you not give me day. You cook big cuckoo again, you not give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you not give me day. You cook big cuckoo again, you not give you more the Lord.
All right, fumble them. Welcome back to the program Salon Talk, where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Like we've been stated earlier on, we say we'll go get for talk to somebody from the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone for explain to fumble them concerning the press release with them pool we get for do with the nomination of candidates. And on the line now, we get Mr. Christopher A. Jones, we in at the Assistant Director for Media and Communications na the ECSL. Hello, Mr. Jones, and welcome to the program Salon Talk.
TDN, thank you for getting me.
All right.
Them on a morning.
All right, Mr. Jones. We see the ECSL pull a press release. We get for do with the nomination of candidates them. For the understanding of people them, you go explain to fumble them waiting the press release day about.
Thank you. While fumble no say, we don't pull timetable trade, and it is now government notice. What they call gazette. That timetable day, now would follow. Kicked one. And also would now nomination. But waiting na nomination. Nomination are the process where they screen the possible for TNAP according to the law for making a face, name or other details good in at the ballot. So waiting ECSL say, a pool world commander do say, if they don't all meet with their political parties there, Now the different offices then are the 16 districts. That meeting they call them PPRC meeting, political parties liaison committee meeting. Inside that meeting, then party then we choose their own dates. When they go to the different office to go do the nomination. Also, their party they agree for making them train and work on them. The one that is Sabi, IT, with the executive them, how they for apply using the online application where we use for nomination. So it's just that we train a better one. They don't pay nothing to know. But when the nomination don't begin now, we don't start. ECSL observes say, then political party they call for change 50 fata. It's still they change they change it so. Premier, let me go back. It will affect the number one make it affect the electoral timeline. Because this nomination, now look at council nomination. And it done the 28th. It began in 19. 28th of April. O'clock even 10. Local council nomination will close. Now the one down there come on ECSL.
Okay, we also see an area where una decline for do an extension of the particular nomination period. This is as a result for some other party members them feel say they still get time for put certain things them in place. In as much as una say now una been don't select a date. Una no able for look at them challenges for see how una go able for give them an extension. What's in the reason and why not?
Today, not only 24.
Today not the 24.
If today not the 24, this process for done the 28th. The 29 will wrap up. The 30, they want to have for TNAP for president and parliament. Now the own term for nomination, it will begin the 30th of April. And if for done, May 9, 4 o'clock sharp. What will happen on the 23rd of May? The campaign begins so. Every one day, we'll sleep and wake. Activity they unfold. So they make the political parties them. Here, we don't come back to people and tell them say, one push this or one push that one day. God forbid. How would they do so? The timeline would not change them at all. 28th of April, local council nomination they done. 30th of April, president and parliamentary nomination they begin, and it go down May 9. 23rd May, campaign will begin. That's alone. We don't will change at all.
Okay, that the ECSL they understand that una no they change at all not. So now moving forward, waiting people them for expect from the ECSL as that could be party statement with we.
We want making them go to that party office here even them. Maybe they're going to go watch the parties that we don't go to nomination. So they will know who that are the people that we get for vote for. Because we will post the list. At one party done nomination, so we will post the list. So you will go watch and know whose party don't do nomination and who are the people that we don't put, we don't vote for. Because this statistic block proportional representation system, we can parliament, you don't go see post in the face, so you don't go see post in name. Now the party is symbol and the party in name. I know what you go see. When you can president, you go see the post in the name. You go see his face. You go see his party. You go see his symbol. When you can mayor or chairman, you go see the post in his face, in name, symbol, and also you mark the ballots. When you can parliament, parliamentarian election. You don't see person so you don't see person name. That is a symbol of the party. That was the name. And also, we don't begin to vote ID card on a different district. You will not take your ID card. Go on the district office. Go take your voter ID card because that your passport for vote Bambari.
All right. Thank you for what you talk to we in TDN Africa Media.
Thank you for allowing using our platform. Thank you.
All right. In Mr. Christopher Jones, we in the Assistant Director for Media and Communications Business at the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. And according to them, political parties them been the request for let them postpone the nomination period.
Yeah.
But he said they don't want for miss out and don't set the election calendar because then they hope say by May 23, according to them, campaign for don't start na salon. We mean say then they expect political parties them for they out there in the campaign. We go try for see how we able for talk to one or two other political parties we be not make that kind of request there. Waiting will be their own reaction as well. But of course, ECSL them don't put a press release. We say they know they reverse that decision there, then they go by the dates where they don't put down because they want to move ahead with the election calendar. Aminata.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Amadou. I want to support them in that side there because say election will be far again. So if you then they push it go affect the calendar where they don't put because as the local council election they done so presidential and parliamentary election nomination safe they come. Sorry. So if they can't give them time it will affect the calendar and the election or the far again na June 24 and now 1 month, let me say now 1 month because this week Sunday this April they done, so now 1 month go down left, 1 month and some days then go down left for the elections. So I'm glad the way they stand on the decision for not choose the calendar, Amadou.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I think na good thing because if then the political parties, let's say they're all EMBs, they are all part of the election management bodies. So if they're not they agree on things, one person not for come back and can say no law change them. Because this the time. Then the time consuming really, and the country need for look at other things then in terms of development. Let's get done with this election. Would I for be the next president? Would I for be the next parliamentarian? Would I for be the next council head or councillor? So let's just get done with that, and then let's see how we're able for chart the way forward for sustainable development. Salon. So fumble them if you just join with the program where you watch Salon Talk, where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Remember, say you could be part of the program by way where you go send a text message to the number where they show on the screen, or you drop your comments in the comment section. We know they ever stop for big. If you just join me and follow or subscribe to channel with the big do ya. Now for hit on the subscription button. That now for let you to get notification with anytime with this program and plenty of our other program then they start. And then if you not say TDN Africa Media, they are for give you independent, credible and unbiased news. We always see them, especially in a salon talk. So we they talk them. So we go straight to the next topic. We get for do with the alliance between the National Grand Coalition and the Sierra Leone People's Party, Aminata. It was a fun-filled event. Because like me being fortunate for Didi yesterday on behalf of TDN Africa Media for reports for the organization. And we've been there live. We give live coverage to people them as to how things them they unfold na the place there yesterday. Firstly, like when we go there yesterday, based on the experience we are gathered, supporters, according to some of them, they don't do from 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yes. Me go there like around then 10. Supporters say them they don't do from 8 o'clock in the morning. Like the wow way you give me self now that same wow factor they are give. Like people then get interest in politics. People that really get
Indeed.
interest in politics.
Yeah.
And you see supporters from both sides. I understand, say, there are people who come up from the provinces, from both parties. Yesterday, they celebrate the signing ceremony between the two leaders of the parties, that of the NGC and that of the SLPP on the alliance, we then call a progressive alliance. It was a fun-filled activity. Different artists then performed there. We see the current ambassador of entertainment perform there. We see one of the popular Sierra Leonean artists when at the Eastern Artists Union and them presidents in the person of Article Foyo, they perform. And then we see the leaders from both parties. That's have been the jubilate the moment. I mean, to them, it was a very symbolic something.
Yeah.
You understand? I mean, a lot, but we see like all SLPP members meeting current SLPP members.
Yeah.
Because of course, running not to secrets, NGC we know say 95% of NGC people and people away come out from the SLPP party.
Yeah, the SLPP
so
party.
Even the president we attest to that yesterday in his own speech as the leader of the SLPP party, that most of the people in the NGC, think anybody that we really knew, But for let Famble and go understand better why the alliance, because we know how to speak for them.
At all.
We know how to explain for them. We now wait till we see now we talk. So
yeah.
So for make them go explain to we who side this whole alliance idea emanates from, and wait to make the name and progressive, and waiting progressive about the alliance. For can't talk about that better one at the program. We will reach out to Mr. Imran Silla. In a one-time spokesperson for the National Grand Coalition. I think that have been the first person really to talk for the party.
Yeah.
With them be established and newly. And also now one of the members of the Strategic Communications Unit, and they began at the launch yesterday. So it didn't say go on for talk, it didn't say go like for talk to it. They follow they explain to we who side this whole thing emanates from and waiting progressive about the alliance between the Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP, and the National Grand Coalition, NGC. Fumble them continue for the watch the program Salon Talk as we connect Mr. Imran Silla for talk to win at the program Salon Talk.
Yeah.
Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me the. You cook big cuckoo again, you know give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me the. You cook big cuckoo again, you know give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me the. You cook big cuckoo again, you know give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me the. You cook big cuckoo again, you know give you more the Lord.
Get ready for me.
Oh, you cook jollof rice, you know give me the. You cook big cuckoo again, you know give you more the Lord. Oh, you cook jollof.
All right, Fumble them. Welcome back to the program Salon Talk, where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Members say earlier on at the program, we been on talk say we go get for talk to somebody. We now been once a spokesperson for the NGC party, and he also now a strategic communication member under the Ministry of Information and Communications in the person of Mr. Imran Sila. Hello, Mr. Sila, and welcome to the program Salon Talk.
Yeah, put them Ronaldo of Larry. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. Mr. Sila, we call concerning the alliance signing ceremony we happened yesterday at the Bintumani Conference Center between the ruling SLPP party and the National Grand Coalition. We want to know, as once a spokesperson for the National Grand Coalition and now a strategic communication member under the Ministry of Information and Communication, people then go on for know who side this history also comes from, forget an alliance between the SLPP and that of the NGC.
Well, I think this now a combined effort of His Excellency the President and the leader of the NGC, Dr. Kande Kolayum Kela. In terms of negotiations, we've done the ground for over a year and a half. Then see the need for come together, right? Then talk for development, for bring national cohesion, for peace and stability. All of them things, and they combined make level for bring both parties together, political parties together, right? For continue the dialogue, deepen arm and strengthen the tide. And then we don't sit down, they don't culminate into what you could call an alliance agreement between the two political parties then. Guys, another agreement they will take you to the elections, another agreement they will take you after the elections. So it's way more important, which is about the development of the country.
Okay, you talk about an agreement where the two leaders of both parties sign. Famulengo want for know, waiting and waiting day na this agreement where they actually sign.
Well, first of all, they agree that both political parties will continue to maintain their identity, meaning NGC will still remain as NGC, SLPP will still remain as SLPP. Number two, they also agree say both political parties, right, we don't form this alliance, we only present one presidential candidate. And that presidential candidate they will be His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier General Madabio. Thirdly, they also agree says that both political parties will put up candidates at local and parliamentary level, but then also go ensure say both political parties be represented at local, right, and parliamentary level, meaning the candidates are already put up able to win elections for them political parties and parliament representing the separate political parties, right, as councillors and members of parliament, and then go within a parliament and work together. They also agree that there will be a team, right, of a council of elders from both political parties. We will make sure that this agreement where they don't come to so now, today, get problem, right? Lines of communication go open, then we'll get dialogue, then we'll get conversation, and start for strengthening and continue for deepening the ties, but more importantly, for talk about development. They also agree say both political parties will come together and put ideas together in the formulation of a manifesto for we presidential candidates, His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier General Madabio. Right. Also another element to the agreement really talk about, well, how then will run the country, how then will govern the country after President Biyogo don't win elections in June 2023. To that end, they don't agree say that NGC will get positions then at the next government, to include ministers, deputy ministers, ambassadors, etc., etc. But that the individuals that they with NGC go appoint, therefore be subject to the approval of His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, when he would not begin serve the second time as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. So all of them seen and then are just the fine details and the fine components where we go celebrate yesterday, that then they look forward to a working relationship now with the NGC moving forward for the development and for the betterment of this country.
In one of the statements them yesterday, where the presidents make. Now that he recognized Dr. Kande Koleyum-Kela as somebody with wealth of ideas. Fabulengo wants to know, is this that this government don't they lost confidence in itself that then they go knock Kande NGC then do more for can help them?
So there are a lot of things we want to achieve as a government on education, free quality education, on healthcare in terms of maternal mortality, infant mortality, immunization, on infrastructure, right? For the first time now since independence in this country, Salon don't get a brand new airport. We meet every international standard. We don't do more roads and more bridges. Just recently, as recent as 2-3 weeks back, His Excellency the President go commission bridges that will connect various parts in this country. Right? You also want to talk about which we don't do in terms of economic efforts, making sure so we don't recruit 12,000 teachers, 4,000 nurses. We also don't make sure so we don't increase lecturer salaries by 75% progressively over a period of 3 years. Same way so with teacher salaries, right? Same way so with public civil servants, right? In the initial part of this government, we also talk about pensioners now, where they get a minimum of 250 to 300,000, charging up in 25,000 and then they collect. You know, all of them things that you get the Munafa fund, and then you get this emergency cash transfer, which has been supported by the World Bank, with on benefits in excess of 80,000 people. Now, my point is, all of the achievements in His Excellency the President not just want to rest on which he don't achieve in 5 years. He want to look forward to which in legacy look like now in second term. And in doing so, it makes so much sense to bring other talents there. So President Bill Nawampos will not ever oppose to the idea of bringing people that will not be necessarily support our way and to be done by this small, at some point in time or the other. This is not about individuals. It's not about personal feelings. It's about you feeling for country and salute. Now that makes President Bill say, and same way so Dr. Kande Koleyum-Kela say, once you put Salon first, how far Salon will better. So Dr. Kande Koleyum-Kela don't forget for ego now, and which would have in the past, His Excellency the President don't show magnanimity, don't show largeness of spirit and the largeness of character for bringing Dr. Kande Koleyum-Kela and the NGC on board and say, you know it, we get plenty ideas, we get plenty talents in that. Let us harness with mental and human resources from both political parties, and let's see how they will push Mama Salon. Because once you're able to harness those potentials, where they exist in both political parties, Mama Salon ultimately will benefit. And I don't the President want how Mama Salon will benefit, how Mama Salon will move forward, how Mama Salon will develop, how we bring peace and national cohesion in this country, how we bring stability, we obviously will rub off on sustainable development and growth for we all.
Okay, so according to the SLPP and the NGC, the alliance now for progress, people don't go want for know waiting progressive about this alliance.
Plenty thing progressive. So progressive in terms of ideas, progressive in terms of focus on Salon, progressive in terms of how we can move Salon go before, how we can talk about infrastructure, how we can talk about energy, how we can talk about healthcare for make sure we continue to further reduce maternal mortality, infant mortality, but they also further increase over 100% rate when it comes to immunization, which we can do. Not forget that this economy don't be challenged for the past 40 years. If you watch every economic index in the past 40 years, Salon has been regarded as a poor country. It has been a poor country because of bad policies and programs that implemented by previous governments. Now in this country and in this government inherit. So harnessing those mental ideas, that is what progressive means. It's not about personal feelings, it's not about party position and then dogged party positions and all. Those party positions, right, will go for meet the challenges of our time. That is what progressive means, bringing them together, making sure you turn their ideas and they into policies now and programs will ultimately benefit the people of this country. And that is what His Excellency the President is all about. So it's not only about the NGO, we also look at people from other political parties and see how they keep for cover. Some don't come over from C4C, plenty don't come over from C4C, plenty don't come over from APC. We know Honorable Alpha Khan more than likely to do something in Apotoko district on Friday. In keeping with the spirit of His Excellency the President, in clarion call, right, for people for come and can join them in national development. So it's not about party politics, it's about national development, it's about peace, it's about stability, it's about national cohesion. All of the things there make this alliance and many more, right, individual crossovers the ODC makes it very progressive.
All right. Before you left Famble them, what's in people them for expect during this election between that of the NGC and the SLPP?
So now go see people and will see a lot of collaboration in terms of campaign, a lot of collaboration in terms of putting together a manifesto for His Excellency the President, a lot of collaboration when it comes to with consensus candidates, presidential candidates in President Julius Maada Bio. Both political parties could get together, they go out and campaign. Both political parties could collaborate when it comes to MP candidates and council candidates. Both political parties could ensure we do them in a very strategic way. We mean say NGC said we go for MP then a parliament, we go for the councillors and a local council. SLPP said we go for members of parliament, we go for the council and a local council. Right? It's about moving this country forward. That is what people would see. And beyond June, right, when they're going to announce the result, President Bio will not be re-elected again as President of the Republic of Australia. Within the new composition of President Bio, next government will look like. We will see a government of national unity. Yeah? How to move the country before. Because once you get unity in government, it means you will now able to effectively sit down and talk about development and roll out policies, plans, and programs that will move this country before every inch of the way.
All right. Well, thank you for what you talked to in the program Salon Talk and to TDN Africa Media.
Thank you.
All right, Fambo, welcome to the program Salon Talk. That's not be Mr. Imran Sila, in a former spokesperson for the National Grand Coalition Party, and he also happened to be a member of the Strategic Communications Unit within the Ministry of Information and Communications. And of course, Aminata, we don't hear you in concerning the alliance between the National Grand Coalition and the Sierra Leone People's Party.
Yeah, Amadou, from waiting we get from Mr. Silla, the Progressive Alliance now for the betterment of Mama Saloon.
According to them.
According to them. Yeah, but some people and they see them otherwise. Some man they take them otherwise. Some man don't. They say the NGC don't lost credibility. The NGC na afraid and afraid all that stuff. Then they expect much from the NGC party.
Exactly.
And you know, as them be don't come, as I can say, then I be the third force.
Third force.
The third force from the Alusaine Alassane. So they be expect Dr. Kande Yumkela for go back to the SLPP. But according to them, they say now for the betterment of Mama Saloon, for develop the country in terms of economy, in terms of the livelihoods of the citizens, then put Saloon first. So we not go discredit them in any kind of a way because
now they know side and see we make them feel safe for come at an agreement.
Indeed.
And like you state rightly, they're saying a progressive alliance for the development of Mama Saloon, according to them. And one thing we I think say they make very clear now that NGC still there as NGC.
Yeah.
SLPP still there as SLPP. But then just agree for come together for say, okay, now look, NGC and SLPP, we don't come together. We put one candidate, with the candidates now the incumbent president. So in the possible way to go represent both the NGC and the SLPP. I think our them plan for doing now for parliamentary from waiting from Imran, according to explanation. We then get the percentage we they're supposed to get. Now a certain area, if they go determine say an NGC person forget that seat, then I then go give. If an SLPP person forget the seats, then go give. But I mean, it's quite an interesting something like what you say, because lots of people, they expect Dr. Kande Kole-Yumkela for be a change maker.
Yeah.
You understand? Although some of the reasons where Indom puts forward for this particular alliance so with the SLPP, I mean, we wait for see.
Yeah.
We wait for see the reality of that, because one of the things that people are non-tired with, now the fact say politicians, they always they come and can't turn them, bring them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They always they come for can't turn them, bring them and see how they go able for use their own platform. And lots of people see the KKY thing for be both game.
Yeah. Indeed, I want to agree with
Lots
you.
of people, they not begin to tag them as both games. Say they want to play both game against another main opposition party. But some people don't already begin to tag her like that.
Yeah.
And I know say NGC, there was an initial stage where NGC been there in talk with the main opposition back though.
Yeah.
I remember them been get that COP, is it COP, COP something
COP,
where they all been there into. So I don't know if that agreement they not been go fine, or something NGC then choose and say no. Why not go back to our roots? Because then CC like some man I go back to your roots.
Roots, yeah.
you know, something like that they no more. But I'm not like we don't the states earlier on no more. This is why Mickey always tells Sierra Leoneans, we get for be careful with the politicians in this country.
Yeah.
Say what you may, but we really get for be careful with them. Because the moments where then they switch, and for the easy way then they switch, me and you don't know.
At all.
Me and you don't know. Would I go to ever member say NGC go to align today with one?
Nobody.
The Alusine and the Alasande.
Nobody.
Nobody be the member that. So me, I can always tell me young people then. This is to tell you that you get for first for improve yourself. So somebody not go come, you can't try with your brain by tomorrow. Now the time don't reach show.
Yeah.
You get for see more of this they happen. This not until the history begin. When politics time can they near, we they say strange things. We know they say alliance no good.
Yeah.
Alliance good. But for NGC for align with so many other people, they say, oh no, if you oppose them, now because something not so your own party where you they support. No.
At all.
No.
Enough for be so. I'm not sure say, you know, that the kind of speed. Amadou, the kind of speed where the NGC be carried, you know, that oh my goodness, I don't know how for put
because this morning when I listen to the leader of the NGC in one of his sister TV station them, they say to me that it don't decide for putting your ego aside.
Yeah.
Wanting to be a leader for the country, not to go save the country. Rather like can now learn self country what he go able for offer. So what thing begin pop up in my mind are that is it that you know believe say NGC go actually win votes? Like NGC no go able for bring votes come for themselves? And truth be told, over the years people be don't expect Dr. Kande Yumkela for being one of the most vocal members of parliament.
Yeah.
We see I been stand up against the situation where them improve the APC parliamentarian and come out now. We see I been stand up against that.
Yeah.
He been stand up against governments on Dande critically.
Yeah.
We see where them go the cyber bill. I stand up against that.
Indeed.
We see I don't they oppose so many. In fact, he been get a whole program where they do now one of his sister TV them as well. Where now for opposed governments. So for this last moments for like can join the trail. I mean the excuse really not so for say people they not go on for accept them, but for let people then go be convinced.
It's not going to be
with
easy.
whatsoever way we get for say in this election, and then again to the ruling government themselves. You understand? We all understand. They all say now for get the country united, now for law get national cohesion, now for law get inclusive governance. But to me, even under your own party, you can able for be an inclusive governance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pakaba being win under SLPP. But Pakaba being bring people then cut across for let them come. So I don't think so really you need for form an alliance with a particular political party before we go into something for let you get an inclusive governance. You can have an inclusive governance just by yourself.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But until then feel saying at the right thing for both parties, the NGC, I mean, some man say they don't sell them bat rights for cocoa yebe.
Yeah.
But just wish that they go be in the reverse. But lots of people actually disappointed in the decision we the NGC make. Lots of people, not just so many people in the sea and say you get for be an opposition for let you know like the idea. But NGC also they forget say they may get people that we don't mix my politics self.
At all.
You know?
Yeah.
Some man, you know, mix my politics. Some man waiting be move and no more. Now with the notion say we were the suffer, now we boku. With the notion say we they can get opportunity transformation for the people of the country.
Yeah.
Now based on that, them in support NGC. So they don't they lose sight of that particular area. Then they look at and now say, oh no, if you see person not go for this alliance, it means say you know opposition. How about you? Them people the way you be know captivate. For let them follow the values or the beliefs of NGC.
Yeah, seriously, Amadou. Now, quite a convincing statement you bring. So, because like people be really not be there into that politics. Just that talk where Dr. Kande Yumkela talk. Say the poor, we the poor one then now we book.
We were the suffer.
We were the suffer now
we book. You touch one, you touch all.
Yeah. So
you see,
all then thing and they be make some man be the switch. Even say from the Alusane and Alasan, some man be the switch. Why you think say then get seats na in the parliament? Why you think say the NGC gets seats? Now because of
NGC na been the third force because we forget second round.
Yeah.
After the 2007. They make we get a second round.
Yeah.
You know, because then I for tell you say again, although yes, we can always say the bigger parties they stifle the small party them. But again, the small party themselves get for able for standing grounds.
Yeah.
You know, you get for know what you want. If what you want not so in Bembe you see, I don't think so you go join them.
At all.
Because not what you want. Although yes, okay, there is this belief, if you don't join, you're not going able for change. If you don't join, you're not going able for change. Agreed. But how you want to make change in a situation where toxic, the system already sick.
Indeed.
The system already sick. This morning I listen to the leader where they talk about, just like Okin they talk now about this fake degree and all that day. Where they emphasize say, people prefer now for go for the knowledge other than they get the paper. I mean for go for the paper other than they get the knowledge.
Yeah.
What if you say don't cause the situation in the? It's bad system all these years. So people they look forward now. So progressive Sierra Leoneans, just like he states, in the form of this NGC.
Yeah.
In the form of this NGC, like I said, lots of people were disappointed. But again, and you know, say politics now this country. You talk half, you left half.
Half, indeed.
Because we know we people. We know we people.
Yeah.
We actually know we people. If you just join we fumble them, the program where they watch na Salon Talk, where they come to you on TDN Africa Media. Remember, say you go be part of the program by way where you go send your text message to the number where they show on the screen, or you drop your comments in the comments section. As usual, with a big, if now you first time this for follow we, do you not forget for hit on the subscription button, or you follow with Facebook page as TDN there for give you independent, credible, and unbiased news. We dey go to the next topic. We got for do with political party them.
Yeah.
For educate the members concerning the PR system. Aminata.
Yeah. Yes, so Amadou, them political parties there, so you know, say then they create an impact in the supporters their lives them, and then they can influence on supporters their decisions. So I believe say then suppose for like they call them in, talk to them, inform them about this PR system. Yeah, so you know, plenty man not even they not even understand this PR system. Plenty not even understand them because they find it difficult for go through this this system. Yeah, so
like you said rightly, my teammate. The thing where the political parties then they lose sight of. Now the fact say then get the responsibility for improve on them supporters, them political orientation.
Yeah.
Now then get that responsibility they, as political parties. Now one of the cause then they make people in the form political party. Now, like for instance, the main opposition, there was this popular case of one particular area, you know, say then they do this allocation of symbols for local council and other thing them.
Yeah.
This area they cry for one particular candidate where them feel saying are in there for appoints.
Agreed.
Then they lose sight of the fact, say, when it comes to parliamentarians, as Mr. Jones stated earlier, person face no get for Didi.
At all.
Now the party in name and the party in symbol. That is to say, after where the party go down score the 11.9, as the Midon state, saying that the percentage at the threshold and the where each district block go get for shape. I think say them for not able to forget the understanding now, say not to now say if you determine who that get for be the parliamentarian.
At all.
Until that happen and the party get for a point. That all they did now.
Yeah.
The people then they can protest na the party office. Say we na that candidate we want, na that candidate we want. That is as a result of the fact that they not only educate them people them on this proportional representation system. Because all the politicians of this country are always they blame them. They don't want for enlightening the people them. They don't get time for that, which is bad. Because if una gets una supporter them, one of una role na for educate them about the electoral laws.
Yeah.
If the people that know how the electoral laws they go and how the electoral purpose is supposed to go, nobody no go fool them.
At all.
Nobody no go spur them into something else where they're not supposed to do. We they beg the political parties. Now the responsibility for declare political orientation. So the common man where they don't get that we don't understand. They don't for left and no more to they serve the part of the election management bodies.
Yeah.
The political parties, the PPRC, the security sectors, and the ECSL. Now they're all responsible for make sure say the people of this country and the election of this country and the people them way the election they govern, then get the insight about everything where they happen around the election.
Yeah.
And the political parties then get great role for play because last, now then get for go vote for. If the people that go vote for now, they don't understand the system. What do they expect? What do really they expect, Aminata?
Seriously.
They can be easily twirled or fooled. They go fool the people them. But if una don't begin to educate una people them, una don't begin to tell them, una don't begin to make them get the understanding as to how the system they go. Because ECSL themselves, they got a role for play. But last, they say they got for focus on the thing that we go make their own a credible, fair election.
Yeah.
Because they not say last now that they got for all they accountable for. So for engage on the education of people them on the proportional representations system, in as much as that they don't make recommendations to the presidency for we practice that kind electoral system they on in this coming election. But they don't focus not for the pandemic 100%.
At all.
So tell them focus go there about 40% no more. The rest of it all, today what will be the talk about this morning? Now nomination. So how you go able for educate? How then go able for educate? So the political parties get for take the onus on themselves. Say, we need for give better political orientation to members and with supporters.
Yeah. Yeah, Amadou, I want to agree with you on that part today. Because that the most important thing. That is the most important thing right now. This education, for letting them go to educate the supporters there. Because now in the help for making them get a more understanding on the proportional representation system of voting. Yeah, and ECSL, they really don't try. They really don't try. So it depends. It left now to the political parties them for they able to educate the supporters them, put them through. So ala or trouble no go come per this thing here. So because you don't say where they don't put this this PR system here. So where they don't tell
you don't say where they begin the discussion.
Yeah.
You don't really say like what you say no more. I mean, that's my teammate.
Yeah.
They don't say where they begin this particular discussion on this PR system. And political parties, before them, in as much as well, like, for instance, the opposition, them we don't sue the matter in a court, but there should always be plan A and plan B. The moment that's what we don't know, say this is not a constitutional matter, it's a matter of interpretation, then before them begin, they already engage. Say, okay, if we end up saying that this system will go, let people then begin to get to understanding one term.
Yeah.
Because one thing again, when the politician themselves they forget, when once una hide that string of political orientation by the common man, any other person can use them. But if una don't take una time for educate una members, now they don't begin to distribute voters ID card na the district regional office system of ECSL. How many political parties really they can talk to people them for let them go out there and go collect their voters ID card? But eventually they all want to win elections. But no one forget the people them better political orientation. Then get for help ECSL. We are not mouthpiece for ECSL
at all,
but we just want for talk say political parties. This now one of our responsibilities for help the people them forget clear political understanding. Let the people then get clear political understanding. Now make then they can register now on a party them. Now make then they support you. But if somebody that supports you there in political orientation so low, you don't talk about policies with these people. You don't talk about your manifestos to them. You don't talk about your plan. If you're not going to parliament by tomorrow, all what you not care about. If you want to make dance, then go dance for una. It is, we'll go far beyond that. Salon for go past that now. If fine if they meet one party supporter, they talk about political orientation. I mean, when they talk about PR system, let the man able to explain, you understand?
Yeah.
And the political parties, the owners there on you are not going to say, oh no, we have a little to do. We got to do this, we got to do that, we got to that. But at least that is why we want to get national
executives, yeah.
We want to forget a specific team will go there for educate people them on election. Even the electoral laws, the people supposed to know.
Oh, yeah.
Under which law will they govern? If una dey engage una party there, una members, una dey waiting and call. Even then una charibana who they see na streets, una for the see
at all.
Because you say you don't educate the man for let the man know say, look, your political party where you get for go votes for, it ain't your heart. That man no need for go check other person in your banner. Because you know say if you go check the other man in your banner, then they can't check una your back.
Safe. Not the same go to
so
you.
That is why una need for the clear political understanding to people. You don't need for go tell person go check banner. That is not the politics we want for they teach people them.
At all.
These political parties will not call me, but we are just saying una educate una members and una supporters on this proportional representation. So misunderstanding is not going to come now even on your own political party them. Because some anger for be aggrieved. Last.
Yes.
Last. If some anger begin spend money now, then tomorrow away proportional representation or allocation of seats can now finally not succeed. You start having aggrieved people or disgruntled party members. So for the understanding of everyone, we are suggesting to political parties, do ya una dey give better political orientation to the supporters of una party so that we go get a peaceful, free, fair and credible election. We go better we all na salon. Because last after election, we get life for live and matter.
Indeed. Yeah, Fambulem, if not just to join with this now the program Salon Talk where they come to una from TDN Africa Media. We go straight to the election update. We get 62 days to election and Fambulem, as we can tell una 62 days to election in order far again. Election we they can get we presidents and parliament they can close parliament tomorrow. So parliament they come to an end tomorrow, so we can talk to people them we they tell una say una go they ask politicians them questions whether they come now una area now una vicinity or any side una they go for go meet them. Many no can fool una with dog or any kind of thing or then tell una say go pull this person in banner or una go do this go do that day a very bad last now then get for enjoy now then get for the as election time done so they come out near una. So the best thing una can do, when they come near una ask them question about development. Yeah? Now then they may get for tell fumble them.
All right, fumble them. Now, so we go bring the curtain down today for the program Salon Talk. And like we always can tell people them, this not the time, this not the period. Mr. Youthman, then are you corner. Make sure say you wait for just that one day. That one day where you go drop that you decision within you at where you want for make. How you want to see Mama Salon for the next 5 years until you go get for make that decision day back. We were on the bring the program canceling us. Me and Amadou Esba, they say Tata and they wish you a wonderful week.
And me na Aminata Kouma, they say Tata.